is no longer
Yeah.
available. That's why Lucio basically is out already. Game 4. BlossoM chose this map. Okay, instead of going for the first man first pick.
Yep. All right. Well, this is potentially the last game of this series against BlossoM versus KSV Black. Let's see.
It is going to be Dragon Shire. Maybe they have something new holding in first. Maybe they want to try the Tracer Zeratul once more in this map. As utility and a lot of the globals like Falstad, Dehaka matters a lot. The solo laning, especially if you lose that solo lane early on, it gives a lot more pressure for your own team.
Yeah, so maybe BlossoM wants to go with that assassin pick again, and when they're rotating around, they want to pick off one or two players from KSV Black like they did in game 2, and it actually did work out very well.
Well, let's see. Oftentimes, Dragon Shire is one of the longer maps, but here.
Okay, so we're gonna start seeing Tyrael bans now, followed by a Hanzo.
Do you really want to take Genji when you know BlossoM is almost 100% going to take Uther?
Yeah.
There's not that pair up. Of course, I think we're slowly moving away in that case too. In Korea, sometimes Stukov Genji worked, even Rehgar Genji worked a few times. Are you willing to give that up even when Uther's win rate is still very, very high? So going to go with the Grey mains. We want to keep that damage.
Yep. Let's just go pick that Grey man up, and probably Uther coming out for BlossoM's side.
Not just from Genji, a Grey main has all the control, some wave clear. Also, the camp timings are so much easier and quicker with Grey main, so they go with the overall better pick here.
Yep. And Tyrael's banned for BlossoM. BlossoM's been picking Tyrael for every game so far, but now, finally, KSV Black, maybe they just want to get rid of that Tyrael and see what they come out with. And they're taking their time.
The usual pair will be Genji Uther, and due to play lots of Genji last year, not too much this year. But after watching too many Genjis going down, even with the Divine Shield pairing, you still go with it. Yes, the answer is yes. They do continue that trend. Well, is it the trend anymore? I don't know. We'll see the answer after this game.
Yeah, we'll have to see if BlossoM is able to come back, and maybe we'll go to set 5. But if KSV Black, you saw their faces. They want. Okay, they go with Dehaka and Jaina. Yeah, but they want to finish this quickly. They want to move on to the next game. They want to see Tempest versus Ballistics, because it's depending on what happens in game 2. It's gonna decide once again, the ratings of this lineup.
Bringing Jaina in after what happened in 2.
Yeah.
Very similar pick. The first 3, Grey main, Dehaka, Jaina, was exactly the same for KSV Black back in game 2, Towers of Doom. Well, different
for BlossoM.
Pick from BlossoM, but still, I think Zeratul is still possible, considering that they want to remove the support, because that Ancestral oftentimes and mostly all the time did connect onto Grey main, also Dehaka, Jaina.
Yeah. Okay, they're just gonna go with an Uberak.
Hints that they're going for that solo support Uther.
Okay, Avatar. Yeah, they, in game 2 with the Avatar, with the clones, definitely annoyed KSV Black with the Zeratul clones so many times that, KSV Black got the hint. It's like, okay, they got the Genji Uther, they might do the same thing. They don't want Jaina to be harassed, so they're gonna get rid of that Avatar. We'll see what BlossoM decides to pick. I wonder if they're really gonna do.
We moved and get not just the Genji. Jaina's away. If Jaina was open, I'm pretty sure BlossoM was considering of taking Jaina. But you need that. You need some other source of damage for Genji to make the playground for Genji to work along with that Dragon Blade. Still possible. Lots of mages available. Even the Li Ming is not too bad, but they also have to be thinking in global terms. Riches Dehaka.
Okay,
So
they
they're
do
gonna
take a global.
and Garrosh for the safety.
Alright.
They do have disengage, which does not really pair up too well yet. I wonder what they're thinking for the last one. They just keep on doing this pattern as they have the second pick. Just hiding their solo lane for the very last one after watching every single pick from your enemy. Then you pick that Swizz. That's what he does. He has a huge hero pool.
Okay.
Afrian is not the best pair in terms of healing here, but they want to go for sustain, also put pressure onto Genji. Kind of like, I think we may, depending on how Genji does, how the game goes, when we actually go in, it may just be Twilight Dream for the silence so that Genji cannot really come in too easily, or just Tranquility for the sustain. Both are viable. We saw lots of Tranquility happening for the last few days.
Yeah, well, it's at least it's not you know, Zero to Tracer where you know you get bursted down so fast that you know sustainability is useless. But in this case against BlossoM, I think it's a little bit more doable with Malfurion's sustainability heals against Genji and Falstad compared to Tracer and Zero Tool.
Rag into this one. Taunt combo with the smash is available, and also big disengaging tools with the Molten Core. I think BlossoM is trying to drag this. They are trying to drag this one into a long game, but is KSV Black going to let them? Game 3 was not even close.
Yeah,
level 10 to level 15.
Yeah, and minus 9 minutes.
Even my AI game cannot go that cannot go that well. That was a crazy wrecking ball, and we'll see some. We need some crazy wrecking balls coming out from Garrosh this time to keep his team. Well, to keep his team alive with some picks, possibly with some Molten Core pair up. I think they really need that. They do have Rag now, so the pushes coming in from KSV Black will be a little bit slower.
Yep.
Let's see how well their Falstad will be going against Dehaka, which is Dehaka this time.
Battle commencing in 10 seconds.
All right, let's just pray that Jaina does not get picked off as much as she did or he did in game 2. Probably it's gonna Jaina's gonna have a little bit more comfortable. Okay,
oh,
there we go.
There goes the flight into
into the draft.
Oh, Modern, who's on Falstad this time. It wasn't going to be a kill, but still, Rich was on top. Both globals, like that from the beginning. Seems like it's going to be the fight between the globals this time.
Down push this one real quick.
I think both team does have wave clear, and I guess a little bit better for in terms of Black because they also have Johanna, Greymane. If we go from wave clear to camp timing, it's going to be a lot better that way. See how they decide to join. A lot to be determined by the shot calls, how they try to rotate around the map.
We have Falstad trying to get that wave before going with his team. The Rich comes down. Read him.
Here, it's Night. Night Camp is so easy with Greymane.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like a mini-boss at the beginning of the game, but it seems way too easy, and as BlossoM defending that, it's going to be so much tougher. They just got the Giants instead. Trying to look for a kill on the Ragnaros, which seems to be the target, but not going to happen yet. As Kyo's just looking for that entangling route.
Giants being pushed with Falstad. I remember when
there's the toss. This was what I wanted. Gondar taking that kill with that toss. Nicely done. Kyocha was out of his bound for a second, even reset. May have overcommitted in here, bringing Falstad. That's not going to be the only kill. 2, maybe 3 onto Johanna. Is it going to be enough? One more auto.
All right, that was close, but you know it's not a loss. They did get 2 kills. Wow. Okay. That was a good chase, and you know, like you said, being out, they didn't overextend, but you know, it's Garrosh.
They did
and-
overextend.
Okay, they did
Yes.
overextend, and that's
Malfurion should not be there when Garrosh is
Yeah.
on the other side. That was a big mistake. That was a giant mistake, actually.
yeah. And, you know, it,
Not-
it cost the Green Main's life as well. So
And
now they're
Malfurion,
gonna
first
go.
of all, Malfurion should not have been there. Plus, they should have known the rotation coming up. Of course, with Malfurion, it could have been better. At least I think they were going to lose at least a member from that. The early use of Molten Core, basically having a heroic starting from level 1. So Wiz having all those pokes landing on most of the targets did so much damage. It was nicely done. A good start for BlossoM, as KSV Black is still looking to really raise their tempo to a speed where BlossoM cannot chase them at all.
Yeah, they are definitely just, you know, going at a pace that BlossoM can't keep up with, but Gondar is just playing. Gondar on the Garrosh, making those plays. Now he's so low on health, he has to back out. They're just gonna lose this with the Knight and the Giants coming at them. They're trying to defend. This is not looking good for BlossoM, I thought.
And Luther also going for Holy Fire for the wave clear, I'm guessing. Kind of a weird one, but
Whoa.
very low. Gets that armor. Does have the
Don't
unstoppable, so not going to be rooted. If Gondar was rooted, could have been a kill. Not too sure.
Well, top,
The
it
top
seems like
lane duel.
Diaka is having a hard time with against this Rag
but
and
Rag-
the Knights.
Ooh. I thought the rotation was just in time, but kind of delayed by Tutu.
Yep.
If it was the old BlossoM, the Tutu would be somewhere else, not really spotting the rotation coming up from Black is going to be. And Wiz was going to die 100%, but it is not the old BlossoM. They played over a year of HGC now, with lots of experienced players. They're used to the rotation of KSV Black. They know the timing. They know their quick snap decisions coming up and down, trying to look for ganks.
Alright, well, the Giant is back for BlossoM side.
Ooh, too late from Wiz. A second too late. It was almost too close. But it's not going to be in work, and then Molten Core will be on a long cooldown. KSV Black taking the first Dragon Knight.
Alright, there we go. They are slowly gathering up to open this door up. Molten Core is already done.
Not just this, because the bottom is also pushed.
Yeah.
BlossoM will be losing their rotation. They have to spend a lot more time going around because they lost their fort. They don't have a safe wall to go back right after they try to take the bottom shrine. Top shrine, gladly for them, Rag was winning the top duel, at least. So that's going to be interesting. But Black, okay.
Black is gonna hit 10 very
I thought
soon.
they were about to come in, but decides to double camp in that way. So they want to push into the maximum. They want to use this time to push into the fort, both of the fort maybe.
Yep, they hit 10. Probably they're gonna allow BlossoM to hit 10 as well, unless they force a push and force a team fight before that happens. But doesn't look like it's going to happen. BlossoM will hit 10 before another team fight happens. We have Diaka at bot alone. All 5 members of BlossoM coming up towards top. Actually, as I'm saying that, Falstad flies to bot.
Yep, no, nothing unusual.
Yeah.
Not a single thing unusual here. For those Lava Wave fans, I'm sorry, it cannot be the way. It has to be Smash to continue isolation. Miss, nice juke from Modern, even Spray. What a move from Modern against Rich there. Nicely done. But still, this push is working for KSV Black, even though it could not get the kill. Smash misses onto the ground. Big root.
At least they stop the push. They don't want to take any more damage, so they do push him back.
Unleash the dragon's wrath.
Oh man, that was fun. That was.
Bot.
If it was the old Modern, he would have died. He would have got got on that hat with the isolation, then got dragged and died basically. But look at that movement now. Experienced player, even with his girlfriend at the venue. He's got to play well tonight.
Yeah.
If he You know what I mean. Oh, KSV Black. Oh, Rich with that failed. Solo, possibly a solo kill. KSV Black still, they did push into the fort a lot, and they're getting the shrine. The problem for BlossoM here is there's a camp, and also, ooh, look at this damage coming in. The taunt, smash
Dragon
combo
Blade
is not available. Falstad comes in time. See if he can save anyone. There's a cleanse, but too late. There's 1-1 trade between Greymane and Genji, who is going into that Molten Core. See if that extra damage will be provided by that Molten Core. Drag on to Luther for a second. Gondar is very low as this is trying to take Garrosh down
Garrosh
now.
is definitely dead.
There's no escape from here. Well, or is there?
Is there?
Yes, there is. With that armor, but Wiz seems like
Wiz
he...
is dead. Okay, so
Poor mini rag.
basically it was 1 to 3 trade. 1 to 2. 1 to 3?
But it was
Yeah,
worse for... It was not... It's worse for BlossoM because they lost a lot, and this Dragon Knight. Genji, ooh, just not in time. I think Genji was very close to be taking that Sunshine on top.
Yep, it was very close, and this is the second Dragon Knight for KSV Black. He's gonna get rid of this mid.
That flight was not the best one. Falstad came to join the team fight. Did little damage. Also was a little bit too late. Maybe flight was on cooldown. The gust did not really help the team. Genji was blown up. So you see unfortunate discoordination coming out from both teams. Also, Black was not too super perfect on the bursting down. Seemed like they were kind of off focus. They also had the camp for their side, so it should have been going for their side anyhow. They had the level lead in that case. So, as a conclusion, BlossoM actually fought that not too bad, but they need to come back into this game with Falstad pushing. They still got the fort, so there is a big chance still before KSV Black leads this into a 3-level, possibly a 4-level again. That cannot happen.
Yeah, it can't happen twice in a day, especially in this one single series. Garrosh was coming down, my friend. Okay, we see the gust from Falstad. Will that be enough? But Falstad will get bursted down for that.
Yeah, Sasaki, but yes, trade for Falstad, and Genji could not get the kill. There's the collected shield for the time. No pair up along with the taunts. Johanna would be gone, so Genji could have had a nice chance, but not going to be enough as Greymane goes down. Also, BlossoM chasing the targets. He's throwing a Nasak for the stun now. That's going to be terrible. Oh, man, that was a wild ride for sure for that Malfurion. He's like, where am I going? Tossing in here and there. That side, this side. Oh, man, I'm gone.
A roller coaster ride for sure. Wow, okay, so as soon as you were saying, BlossoM has to, come back and get their stuff together, they did, and, they got that 4-man kill. And the Falstad Gust wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, but it still provided the early kill on Jaina, and he was unable to do anything for that whole team fight.
So the question here is...
So we're not going to see a 4 or 5 level difference at least.
And that's for sure.
Yeah.
And in terms of team fight, BlossoM, those Gust from the other side worked once. Is it going to work many more times? I still think so. Because Malfurion did not take Twilight Dream. Of course, they need more healing.
Yeah.
Because that Molten Core does a lot of damage to multiple targets with those skill shots. But in this case, especially with Genji on the other side, Falstad, who can fly in from the back to the side, I think Twilight Dream may have been needed from Malfurion. I think if that was taken, I don't think KSV Black would have been having this hard of a time in game number 4.
Yeah, with Falstad flying in the back, like you said, that could have actually prevented some of the team fights to go in KSV Black's way. But regardless of losing a team fight, KSV Black is always creating their own pace. Once again, with the Giants and the Knights at bot, they're waiting to take one more team fight, or at least force one team fight.
Yeah, because Ready take that shrine away, and Ronda's coming around, and Flight coming in from Falstad at the exact same spot. Gets caught, and that's a dead chicken right there.
Yep, that didn't work you know, you said right before this team fight happened, will that work again? Will that work many more times? For now, it's not gonna work.
Multiple
Right after.
damage. A lot of damage focused onto Johanna alone, and that's not what BlossoM is looking for. Even the Dragon Knight
and the Dragon
comes
Knight.
down. That was a 4v5. That should have been a 4v5 that BlossoM was going to take, but made it into a 4v4 very soon. Of course, Dudu goes in. There's Ice Block. Maybe he's looking for another kill. Gets another one with that Swift Strike. Good trade, but this Dragon Knight still very healthy. Going to be going into the keep, doing a lot more damage. Charge in for the kill.
Okay.
Damage directly onto the keep, maybe even more than the keep. Maybe maybe open the second wall.
Yeah, it was a 2 to 3 trade, better trade for KSV Black because they also get the.
Okay, they're going in to the core. They have Grey Main. Seems like they got a call that we have enough damage. We have enough sustain. So they're trying to cut the sustain, but the damage coming out from the Dragon Knight and Grey Main is insane. Core is going down 50%, less than 40% now. Dragon Knight still 7% left. This is going to be core. No, Grey Main goes down, but one more. That's going to be game and set. That's going to be 3-1 for KSV Black, and they will take the series. But are they happy after what they had done tonight? I don't think so. I don't think they're satisfied. I don't think they can smile. They should be thinking, giving lots of feedbacks after. Look at that. BlossoM, even after that loss.
Yeah, we see some smiles. Gondor performed very well today on the Garrosh. But like you said, KSV Black, they definitely wanted that 3-0 victory today. But, you know, giving up that set in Game 2, it was a shocker for me and probably for them as well.
Yep, definitely true. And that false stat was not the best false stat that Modern played, but still, he made that one gust work. He was going against Rich's Dehaka all the time, which must have been very tough. He made it work